about it, bro. Don't worry about it. Yeah, sorry, can't hear you there. Whoa, okay. Come on, R6. Get into it, buddy.
This video is brought to you by the Veton Bikes. If you like what you see, pay us a visit and view our beautiful stock available.
What's up, homies, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got something a little bit different going on. Normally you'll see us at the Veton Bikes, you know, doing the reviews there. However, today we were lucky enough to bring this beauty home with us so that we can try and, you know, do something different for the boys. Now, before I get into things, there is going to be an extended cut version, which is going to be like a full breakdown of this bike itself and a little bit of extra riding, you know, a little bit of extra things here and there. But anyways, that's going to be coming out a little bit later. Now, down to business, boys. This is quite possibly my dream bike. Now, I know I've already ridden the ZX10, which is also my dream bike. However, you can have two. Let's get on to the modifications. Now, first things first, we've got a nice Skull Racing exhaust. Is it a full system? No, it's not. It's not a full system. It is just the pipe itself. Don't know what it's going to be doing in terms of performance. However, X-Up Delta box. This thing is tuned, apparently. We do have the paperwork, so if I can get my hands on that, I'll pop it up on the screen for you boys, but I do know that it is tuned. Next up on the modifications, boys, we've got a steering damper. It is an Arrow special parts. I have seen a lot of Arrow dampers. I can't really speak to how well they work. I'm really not clued up when it comes to the dampers. We've got some nice shorty levers. Now these are some replicas. They aren't ASV or Pug or anything fancy like that. Then some basic ones, boys. We've got your frame sliders, cane. It's pretty popular here where I stay. I'm not sure about other countries and all that sort of jazz. And then we've got some nice little indicators. Huge fan of that. I hate it when they're sticking out, especially the Yamaha stock indicators. They look horrible. Don't really know if you want to call it a modification, boys, but this is something that's a little bit of a letdown for me. I think they could have spent a little bit more time getting it to look like the stock seat, but as you can see, this is just a little bit floofy, and overall it's a very, very, very nice looking bike. I love I love everything about it except for the mirrors, and I mean, you know me and mirrors. Let's get a little startup going here for you. Now, something I've noticed with the R6s, it did happen with the previous one as well, a little bit of a hesitation. Come on, here we go. Listen to that. Oh, one day, boys, we're gonna have one of these. Either this generation, I reckon, either like 2010, 2012, 2016, or the first year that they did the change. As we always do, boys, we're gonna get going with the comfort first. Although the seat is nice and squishy and cushiony, here's the dead spot. Dead. Wakes up. As I said about the seat, I appreciate it for this cushioning. However, I don't appreciate it for the width of the seat. You know, it doesn't suit my inseam at all. Now again, if you're a taller human being or a longer human being, it will be much more, and you won't really notice it. But if you have a small inseam, it might be something that bothers you. Now obviously the seat is not stock, so yeah, I think the stock seats are a little bit more comfortable in terms of just how they feel overall, whereas this one is just highlights the cushioning. Really, that's about it. Positioning of the hands in terms of the clip-ons and the pressure on the wrists, right now that's quite a lot, but as soon as you get up to speed, all of that pressure just dissipates, and you know, that's as a result of the wind keeping you up and taking the pressure off. So it's a difficult one to say, you know, in terms of comfort, because it's not the type of bike that you buy to be a daily. So I feel like it's not designed to be comfortable. It's designed to rip track days and, you know, hit 60-degree lean angles. just got that race feel to it, and some people are gonna love it, some people are gonna hate it, and I love it. I'm definitely there for it. So with that being said, I'm gonna give it a solid 7 out of 10 for comfort. Oh, it just corners so easily. Wow. And I mean, you've got all the revs you could ever ask for to play with. I'm very keen to take it up to 16. Very, very keen. And I'll open her up here a little bit. She's fast. Now let's jump onto the looks. It was so ahead of its time. I would say that in terms of 2007 models, this was the best looking 600cc you could get your hands on. I don't know what year the Daytona 675 came in. I know they had the Daytona 600s. Let's not even talk about those. They are ugly ass bikes. But I can say with confidence that it looks better than the CBR 600s, the ZX6s, and all the other bikes in that year. When people find out that this is a 2007 bike, they almost think you're lying because it looks so modern. It's got that futuristic look to it, those sharp lines. It's an awesome looking machine. And even down to the minute details like the dash. I love the look of the R6 dashes. This little shifter light over there, I love it. There's almost no complaints about the look. One thing that I hear people complain about a lot is that negative space between the tail and the tire. I'll pop a picture up of what I'm talking about. And I also didn't like it. It was one of the things that put me off the bike. But over time, it was one of the things it became one of the things that I liked the most about the bike. So, I mean, say what you will, it's an almost flawless bike in terms of looks. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. Okay, let's go. Oh, that's this thing right now, see her. Whoa, okay. The back tire started sliding there, boys. This douchebag decided to turn without checking his mirror. Woo! That back tire slides out very easily. And that is definitely a reflection on the tires that we are running on this thing. I mean, come on. You got an R6 and you're going to run basically the ultimate daily tire. Okay, come on. You know what you're doing, bruv. So now we're going to get on to the acceleration. Take away that dead spot, and this thing has got one of the most enjoyable power curves I've ever experienced. It's so consistent. It's constant power. As soon as you get above 6,000 RPMs, that is. Now, when that power kicks in, boys, whew, do you feel it? That's throw you to the back of your seat kind of power, and I'm definitely there for it. Yes, it can be annoying at some times. At other times, it's like hitting that turbo or that NOS button and just, Wham, just gone. So in that aspect, I love it. But slow speed maneuvers, not really a fan of it. I feel like that dead spot is going to take away from the 0 to 100. But we're still going to do one, obviously. It's just a little side note. Whoa, look at this road, man. Oh my god. It gets up to speed so quickly. I mean, when I looked down and saw 200 earlier, I was like, really? Because the triple takes a little while to get there. But also, it's so smooth that you don't really notice that you're going that fast. For example, when I was doing like 220 there, it felt like I was doing 160. That's also what surprised me so much. So it's a very well seated bike and a very smooth bike. Overall acceleration, I'm super happy with it. It's what I expected, if I can say that, and it's actually a little bit more than I expected. I didn't expect that power to kind of go all the way right up through until 16k RPMs. I find myself having to look down to know when to shift because I'm not noticing a drop in power. Also, I can't hear shit. Oh yeah! Hello! What's up, brother? Holy fuck! Ducati gang for the boys. Oh my god! Come on, R6! You can do it, buddy! I mean, the R6 did pretty damn well there, boys, if I do say so myself. And we gotta give it a good rating because we just ripped with some Ducatis. Oh fuck it, I'm on cloud 9 right now. What just happened? 9 out of 10 for acceleration. 9 out of 10. I was gonna... The Polish! I was gonna give it an 8. But because of that, 9. Maneuverability. Now, what I've noticed is that it's super easy to, maneuver the bike left to right like that. It is more than happy to just lay down in that corner. Now, it could be as a result of the positioning of your feet and also your wrists. But I think it's a distribution of the weight. I feel like it's a little bit top heavy, which makes it lovely for bobbing and weaving. It's like the perfect amount. It doesn't really throw you into the corner like the Daytonas do, but it's like it's like the perfect amount of pressure that needs to be applied in order to get this thing to dive. It's not throw you into the corner, but it's like I'll baby you, I'll cradle you while we go and drag knee at 60 degrees. That's what it feels like. It's like the bike wants you to trust it. It's like, listen, don't worry, I can do this, man. I mean, it doesn't have like insane maneuverability like that of a naked bike, but it's definitely there. I feel like an 8 out of 10 perfectly fits the maneuverability because it's a really good rating because the bike is listening to what you want it to do. But it's not an amazing rating because it's not as maneuverable as, that of a naked bike. So I'm going to go with an 8 out of 10. I feel like that is a very, very good rating for the bike and it speaks to it. Zero to 100 time, boys. Okay, let's come to a stop here. I know that wasn't a full stop, but as I said, that I already said that dead spot is going to take away from the 0 to 100, and it did. It's not a 0 to 100 bike, boys. It's not. But I mean, there you have it. There's your 0 to 100. I am going to put up the one that Google says also because I have a feeling that, there's a possibility that it's just this bike in particular that has that dead spot. My goodness. All I can say is I wish this was a permanent swap. I wish the trap owner was just staying at work and this could be mine, but all in good time, boys. Nothing worthwhile comes without pain or suffering or bad things or just patience. So it's going to be worth it in the end. One day we will have one of these. I'm almost speechless because there's so many good things to say about it. I don't really know what to touch on in particular, and there's no bad things to say. But I'm gonna speak about the things that stood out to me the most. First thing first is that dead spot. Now, I'm gonna do some research. I'll pop it up on the screen once I know if it's particularly with this bike or if it's an R6 thing. That dead spot is super weird. As I said, sometimes it's cool in that you feel like you're hitting your turbo. Sometimes it's a little bit ass in that, you've got that little loss of power in terms of your slow speed maneuvers. And then all of a sudden, boom, it kicks in. So definitely wouldn't say that it's a beginner friendly bike. This one in specific, because you can be going through your slow speed maneuver and all of a sudden it's no longer a slow speed maneuver. But anyways, so definitely that dead spot, it stood out to me. Next thing, the gears. My goodness, are they seamless. I mean, wow. It's just the downshifts are perfect. The only time I hit neutral was when I was trying to downshift and I didn't rev match well enough. One thing I did notice is that it felt like I was missing a gear. I don't know if I am because I wasn't really counting them, but it's definitely a possibility. Overall though, seamless gearbox, super nice and smooth, a pleasure to ride. Next thing, boys, is that cornering. I mean, it was just perfect. Absolutely no complaints. As I said, it felt like it was cradling you in its arms through that corner. Like, don't worry, man, I've got this. And it's such an awesome feeling. Even though I touched on these tires, look at this shit, get this shit out of here, man. Look at these tires. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Yes, they are somewhat decent. However, for the type of riding that you're going to do on an R6, I feel like it's a little bit of a, what are you doing kind of situation. They do not supply that much grip. That is what I will say. I mean, you saw the back started sliding out and there was barely any pressure on the brakes. And trust me, I'm one of those people who don't like ABS. So I know what I'm doing when it comes to braking. Even though it's got some weird ass tires on it, it still rode awesome. It still handled really well. And it was still nothing but an enjoyable experience. I mean, those corners were so easy. It took them like butter. It was so smooth. So smooth. All in all, guys, it was just such an enjoyable experience. Obviously, to be out on these roads instead of the normal definitely, amplified the experience a bit. And also the 600 Ducatis that joined us. Oh yeah! That was awesome. But anyways, it was so awesome, guys. The handling, the acceleration, the maneuverability. I loved everything about this bike. And as I said previously, it goes without saying, guys, I will 100% without a doubt own one of these bikes one day. All in good time. All in good time. If you made it through to the end of the video, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Peace.